Hello, I'm Vernetta, and I'm here with Coach Destiny from True Revelations Coaching, who will also be re releasing her new book. Well, this is me.
Yep, that is summer 2015. To be looking for that release.
Okay, so let's just step outside of who people know you as Coach Destiny, Destiny, the author. If someone were to come to you and say, "Who is Coach Destiny?" How would you describe yourself to them?
Um, hmm. In short, I would say that Coach Destiny in the whole is I'm human. I'm flawed. I goofy. I get upset. I get angry. I'm serious at times. I think that's the most important thing that I want people to know is that I am human. I do a lot of things and I have a lot of dreams and ambitions. But at the end of the day, I'm just like everybody else. I feel the same way people feel. I hurt, I cry, I get angry, and that's the most important thing. I think sometimes people get wrapped up in who the image is or the brand, and they forget that I'm a human person too.
So, what is the brand?
The brand is True Revelations. And within True Revelation comes Coach Destiny as a package deal. You can't really have one without the other. But basically, the brand is hope. That's what I that's my service, that's what I sell. I give people the tools they need to be the best version of themselves, and in turn I give them hope. I let them know that it is a better way. It may be a harder way, it may be hard work, but if you're willing to put in the work, then you will become the person that you want to become.
So, with you helping other people, it's kind of hard to find time to focus on yourself. So, how do you do that?
It's a self-reflection. Every person that I help, in turn, I help myself, because and nobody is the same. So there's no two people that are alike. So if I'm coaching one person, at the same time I'm still growing and coaching myself. And I take days, I take moments to myself. I always try to give myself 20 minutes at the beginning of my day and 20 minutes at the end, and it's just me, basically me and God, and we have a conversation. And from there, and if I get tired, I get tired. I'll shut it down if I have to. But mainly, in helping people, I do help myself because it's what I do. Is what gives me energy. It gives me that extra push in life.
So, with you writing your book, This Is Me, where did the inspiration come from for you to decide, hey, I need to write a book?
Well, I have been writing since I was maybe 10 or 12. I fell in love with poetry at a young age. And then my eighth grade reading teacher, Miss Atkins, before she got married, it was her name, introduced me into poetry and journaling. And she used to say, you keep your journals. This is your life story. You tell your story through your words. And from there, she gave me a book of poems by Maya Angelou. And ever since I read that book, I've been writing ever since. It's therapy to me. It's therapeutic. It's how I express myself at that moment. That's why when you read the book, it's so many different stages, because people assume that it's just one portion or one point of my life, but it's not. It's from 15 to 28. And that's a whole chunk of life right there. So you see me at different stages. You see me battling insecurity within the poems because that's how I feel. You see me dealing with family issues. You see me dealing with spirituality, because those are all things that at that point, in that moment when I wrote that poem, is what I was going through. And in the poem itself, they're so honest. They're not filtered. It's just basically honest, raw emotions. So that was the inspiration. It's just life itself.
So, rather than just writing a book based on your life story, you decided poetry. What was the difference? Like,
It's it's easy. I feel like if I was to just sit down and write a story, you know, it'll be great. You be able to follow it. But I feel like poetry is so much more. It resonates in everybody's spirit, and it was easier because I feel like poetry is universal. Where if you read a book and it's an autobiography, that's about that person. You don't want to connect to it because it's not about you. But in the book of poetry, you can connect to poems because you can almost substitute yourself in any situation within the book.
right.
So that's why I chose poetry, and that's because it's my favorite genre of writing. So I chose poetry as my outlet instead of a autobiography.
So when writing the book, did you like come within any obstacles? Like what were you fearful of how people would accept it and how they would accept you through
I
writing?
was like, because you people, you got to keep in mind that I've been sitting on these poems, some of these poems for 15 plus years. So you have certain poems I felt like people was gonna just definitely just jump out the bridge and say, "Oh, that's about me," or "That's about me," and then it was like it was personal experience. I got a poem in there about love. I got a poem in there about my father, me and my father's relationship. And as a teenager, not every day with your dad or your parent is peaches and cream. So the biggest encounter that I had, well, the first one is my family. I had to sit down. I had to say, hey, this is the book. It's going to be some things in there that you may not like. And my dad was just like, go for it. And once I got that red light, I was good. I mean, as far as how people perceive me, I've grown to a point where it just doesn't matter. Henceforth, the title of the book is called This Is Me. You can like it, love it, leave it alone. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's my perception. I didn't say, um, this is you or this is what the world should be. This is how I saw my world at that moment when I was writing that poem.
So when starting True Revelations coaching, like what inspired you to create that service?
Um, just the need. I just saw a need for it. I see a lot of life coaches, inspirational speakers, motivational speakers, and it's good. I think it's a good feel. I think people need to be inspired. True Revelations is different because not only do I inspire, I push. It's different. I can lift your spirits, yeah, and you'll feel good for that day. But True Revelations is set up to give you tools so that way you can feel good from that day and every day afterwards. It's honest. The reason why it's called Truth Revelations is because you got to understand that my truth isn't your truth. So in order for you to figure out who you are, we got to dig inside and dig inside of you and reveal that. And once you deal with who you are as a person, then and only then can you start living your best life. So that's where it came from. That's what the inspiration behind it. Actually, the book pushed more so True Revelations being born because when I was able to say, this is me, this is who I am, and this is what I want to portray and what I want to leave behind, I was able to help other people.
Right. And I think that's why I appreciate it more than because you can look at TV and you can watch people and how Oprah does her life classes and which is great how she inspires people, but I think it's good that you give a one-on-one with people and they're actually there. You're there with them to understand what they're going through and help them through what they're going through and to help them push them to be better people. So I like that. And I mean, I really appreciate, I tell you over and over about, that one session I did with you, it just seemed to have turned my entire life around. And I thank you for that. So, what is your goal? Like, where do you see your true revelations coaching within 5 years? What are your plans for it?
My plans for True Revelations are that it'll become a staple within the Commonwealth state as far as a place where people can go to get the tools that they would need to be better people. But more so it'll become a symbol of hope. I plan on doing a lot of different things in different ways. I'm not like your average counselor, therapist, life coach. Anything that you think that is going to be anything that you think that would be what I would do is probably the total opposite of what I'm going to do. um, I feel like it's some needs and issues within the city of Richmond that needs to be addressed, and eventually I will address those needs as well. True Revelation is a tool that God gave me, and I plan on using it to fulfill my purpose, which is to help other people.
So, what will people gain from getting a coaching session from you and from continuing to have you as a life coach?
I think when you have a coaching session with me, the first thing that you're going to gain is a sense of clarity. Because that's what I do. I don't believe in fluff and BS and making you feel that life is going to be rainbows and puppies and it's a gold chest at the end of that rainbow. I'm here to say, your life is a mess. There's a reason why you came to me. It's because your life was in shambles. So now we need to take those pieces and create a masterpiece. This is what I believe. I believe that even within broken pieces, you can create a masterpiece. So what we do is we take the shattered squares of your life and we figure out how to put it back together. But what's different between me and most people is I don't put it back together for you. I will teach you, I will help you, and if need be, I will destroy it and we can build it back up. But unlike other people, I believe that you have to do it yourself. If I do it for you, you'll never understand why or how. But when you do it yourself, you feel that much more better. You feel that much more powerful because you can say, "This is my life. God gave it to me. He gave me a purpose. Now I can walk in that purpose because I know what it is."
Thank you very much. And tell people where they can find you and how they can follow you and get in touch with you.
You can go to the website truerevelationscoaching.com, which would be the fastest way to follow me. You're on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram at TRC underscore coaching. Facebook page is True Revelations Destiny KMAC, CAMMACK. Those would be the best ways to follow me and also to set up a coaching session if you need to.
Okay. Thank you so much. And that is the interview with Coach Destiny. You're
Thank you.
fabulous, and she looks flawless today.
Yes, yes.
Her photo shoot went well. I can't wait till the pictures come. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel, True Revelations Coaching on YouTube as well. And there's more to come. You have your questions with Coach Destiny. You can
Monday, yep.
You can email her at truerevelationscoaching.com. Subject line, ask Coach Destiny. You can tweet her at
True Rev Coaching is where you can tweet me, or you can send a DM because I know I got a couple of DMs. People didn't want to put their business out there. Either way, I will address the questions that you guys send Monday.
Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Bye.